MEGARANT Monday! We are back for some more wrestling events, baby! Like I said, it's a MEGARANT Monday night, and we are going to talk about one hell of the first 3 nights of this amazing Best of Super Juniors 30 round robin tournament. My goodness, what a absolutely explosive start to this tournament. The first 3 nights to talk about right here as part of MEGARANT Monday, right here Wrestling Rant. So, first and foremost, let's talk about the format and the specifics of the Best of Super Juniors 30 tournament. We have 20 competitors, 2 blocks, an A and B block, 10 competitors in each block. We have, from what I can gather, 12 total shows. This will include 9 events that are the A and B block matches, just the standard things. Damn, got an itchy mask once again here. And from that, we are going to be seeing, after the 9 single events, all of the round robins, every competitor having a match against each other in each block. Then we move on to an interesting new facet of the Best of Super Juniors round robin tournament. This is similar to the G1 Climax, as we all know. This is going to have a little twist this year because the regular matches conclude, we get all the standings, and then the top 2 competitors from each block will move forward and take each other on, not in the same block, but in the opposite block. So let me elaborate further. The A block winner would take on, in the semifinals of this long-range tournament, the second place winner in the B block. On the other side, in the semifinals, the B block number 1 competitor would take on the runner-up in the A block. So then we have semifinal brackets. The winner of those matches, which I would assume will be in 2 separate events, if I'm doing the math right, will then move on to the finals on May 28th, which I believe is the same weekend as Double or Nothing, the same weekend as Night of Champions, the same weekend of NXT Battleground, the same weekend as Impact Under Siege. What a fucking weekend of wrestling that's going to be. But that will be the finals. So the winners of those 2 semifinals, as I said, the A block, the number 1 seed against the number 2 seed in the B block, and the number 1 seed in the B block against the number 2 seed in the A block, face each other in the finals on May 28th. So, wow, just a lot of exciting things about this tournament. We have 4 brand new competitors this year that have never been in the tournament. That's Kevin Knight, that is Leo Rush, that is Dan Maloney from England, who's now part of the United Empire and has really, I feel, looked really fantastic in this tournament so far. And then we have, of course, the one and only Speedball Mike Bailey from Impact Wrestling. He is in this tournament, and I'll tell you what, he is looking like $1,000,000 so far. We'll get into the standings and everything in a moment, but wow, just an impressive 3 nights so far. Like I said, lots of standout matches already. Pretty much everything on this show is generally, this is not every match, we'll talk about each specific match here, but generally you're going to have a 3-star match or more in every single match on this tournament. 10 matches each card, and like I said, the pace is pretty tremendous here. They did a show on Friday, they did a show on Saturday, and they did a show on Sunday. They took a break off today on Monday, and then they are going to do 4 shows steadily Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in different locations in Japan. I believe they take a little break on the weekend, and then they keep going next week up until the end of the tournament on the 28th. So Just an impressive pace for this tournament altogether. Let's get into the first night of the Best of Super Juniors 30. The tagline for this entire tournament, by the way, is called Shake the Soul. Referees are wearing that logo all over their referee attire and things of that nature. Nice opening video package for each of the nights as well, with the same tie-in song and things like that. The first night, Maine's 12th, Korakuen Hall kicks off with match number 1. Clark Connors kicking off the tournament with a win over Kevin Knight. I went 3 3/4 stars on this one. This was a awesome way to start off the Best of Super Juniors tournament with these two guys who have a long history in the States, working matches, and just a really good match. 3 3/4, 9:26 on the minutes for this one. Clark Connors kind of won somewhat convincingly. He attacked Kevin Knight in the outset and kind of dominated this match. No chaser DDT for the finish for Clark Connors, winning over Kevin Knight in this opener. Afterwards as well, Connors, who we all know is a member of the Bullet Club now, put chair shots to Kevin Knight. You don't see this too often in a New Japan ring, particularly from a guy like Clark Connors, who they're pushing hard in Bullet Club right now, along with, well, you know, other guys like David Finley and things like that as new recruits. Match number 2 on night 1, Taiji Ishimori over Ryusuke Taguchi. It was okay, very quick match, generally speaking. 3 minutes and I think I have 54 seconds on here. I went 2 3/4. I thought this was just a titch below the norm of this tournament. Bone lock for the finish. It was a pretty straightforward match. Taguchi was, the deal with Taguchi in this tournament is he's trying to put on more of a serious tone in his progression in this tournament. So far, it's not been very progressive for Taguchi. We'll talk about that in the standings at the end of the rant here. Match number 3 from Korakuen Hall on night 1. Dan the Driller Maloney, who is from England and Rev Pro, and who is a new member of the United Empire, in there against Bushi. You know, for the first match of Dan Maloney, I was impressed. I'd never seen this guy, and this was an awesome little match to showcase him. 3 1/4 stars. I went with the Driller Killer finish. It's like a really cool version of a pile driver is the best way I can describe it. It's, you got to see it to see what I'm talking about. This is a good talent that I think is a really good hand to have in this tournament. This is a loaded lineup of competitors this year, I tell you. Unbelievable. Match number 4, Dookie over Kushida. This was our first big upset of the tournament so far. I was shocked. Kushida seems to be treading a line where he may be going heel at some point here soon. In it, judging by the way this tournament has been booked so far, I think it may be coming sooner than later for Kushida, which will be interesting to see if they go that direction with him. In this match particularly, there was a bit of heat on him in the heel side as he was kind of being aggressive against Dookie. Dominant from the outstart. This is a theme of the story they're telling with Kushida in this tournament. Dominant from the outstart. Then near the end, he kind of gets caught in a roll-up and loses the match, and that's what exactly happened here. He got caught in that kind of mousetrap. They called it the Sky Special as well. Roll up by Dookie, getting the upset over Kushida. I went 3 1/4 stars on this one, 8:31 on the time. Match number 5, Master Wato over Francisco Akira, 7:19 a time. Another match that was a little bit below average, I felt. These two were just getting their feet wet a little bit at 2 3/4 stars, and maybe appreciatively going to 3 on this one if you pulled my arm. Side slam finish. I felt the finish was out of nowhere. It was kind of not developed as well as I thought for a 7-minute match. Is what it was. I'm not a big fan of Master Wato either, so there you go. Before the next match, Leo Rush and Show. Leo Rush actually got attacked by Evil before the match even started. So here's another theme of this tournament. Show is just cheating in the same House of Torture stuff as Evil. Evil's accompanying show somehow, some way in every one of these matches, cheating like crazy. This was no different. They went on the attack on Leo Rush. Leo Rush had his mask off. He had like a ski mask kind of thing going. But at one point or another, the heel attack backfires. Leo Rush gets the wrench, lays out those guys, and then gets the final hour frog splash on the show. 4 minutes and 14 seconds. I'm going to do three stars. This just was kind of a mess until they just got to the finish. So it was all frantic pace stuff at 4 minutes for sure. Match number 7. This was our first really okay, this is going to be a good tournament kind of match. And this one was Robbie Eagles over Yo, 13 minutes and 8 seconds. I went 4 stars on this one. Damn, this was a physical sprint. In fact, I think Robbie Eagles even busted his tooth at one point in this match. He was showing it off at the end of the match. Did not look pretty, and he won with a really physical Shining Wizard that looked really stiff. Really good match. This was the best standalone match so far of the tournament. The first really oh, here we go kind of match for sure. So worth checking that out if you're kind of looking to check out some of the best of the Super Junior tournaments here. The truly the best, that's your first one to take a look at. Match number 8, Titan from CMLL over TJP. I went 3 1/4 on this one. Really good styling. These two meshed really well. You could probably pull my arm and even get a 3.5 star match out of this one. 11 minutes, 13 seconds. Titan wins with the Muda lock. Really, really nice pace in this match. Like I said, these two worked really well. And I thought the finish was really exciting stuff too. And what's so awesome about all these shows, by the way, is the crowds are so into these shows, particularly night 3, which we'll talk about in a little bit here. They were on fire for night 3. Match number 9, Yoshinobu Kanemaru over El Desperado. This was a much anticipated match, a battle of the former tag teams in Suzuki Gun. They've won the IWGP tag and junior straps, I believe, both. And this was a real fun match. I went 3 3/4 on this one. Again, very physical. This match started a trend of something that's going on with El Desperado, some knee working. Played into particularly this match and particularly the third night as well. A lot of a knee psychology going on with El Desperado, but shockingly, Kanemaru won over El Desperado. I think we're going to see a rematch with these two probably after the tournament's done at some point. 3 3/4 star on this one. Figure 4. Kanemaru with a really, really physically stiff figure 4 leg lock for the finish. Then we get to the main event of night 1. What a classic match this was. Speedball Mike Bailey making his New Japan debut in there with the junior heavyweight champion himself, Hiromu Takahashi. And good lord, this match was unbelievable. Bailey was in another fucking time zone with some of his moves. There was stiff kicks across the board in this match. All kinds of exciting sequences. Hiromu was really a perfect partner in the ring against Bailey. These two just gelled like peanut butter and jelly, folks. 16 minutes and 40 seconds of a match that, quite frankly, flew by really quick. Had great near falls, great stiff kicks, particularly, and a war of attrition match for sure. It felt like. I went 4.5 stars on this one. This is probably going to be one of the best matches of the tournament from start to finish. Although night 3, we'll talk about it. There was some matches that were close to the level of this one as well. But believe it or not, Speedball got the ultimate weapon for the finish and beat Takahashi clean. That not only sets up the possibility of Bailey winning this whole thing, getting that match against Hiromu. But if not, if Bailey doesn't end up winning this tournament as a whole, he's still probably got a shoe-in for a title shot down the road from a performance in this one. And the crowd was so into Speedball Mike Bailey as well. This was a really a step up, a level up type of performance from Speedball Mike Bailey. No question about it. Bailey did a really cool speech afterwards where he spoke some Japanese, he spoke some French, spoke some English. Really memorable spot after the match with the crowd at Korakuen Hall. So that was night one. I thought night one was a wild success, especially top of the card there with that Bailey and Hiromu match, the El Desperado match with Kanemaru, Titan, TJP, Robbie Eagles in that match as well with Yo. I mean, that second half of the show was damn good. Let's get into night two. Most of the night of night two also had TJP on commentary with Kevin Kelly after his match that was on early in the card. In fact, it was the opener on this one. We were from the Nagano Professional Budokan. I probably fucked up the title of this building, but it was from Nagano, folks. It was from Nagano. Really cool looking venue too, visually on TV, by the way. Let's get into the results here with no hesitation. Match number one, TJP wins over Kushida. Kushida again gets the loss. 9:38 of time. Enough time to really get a solid foundation of a match together here. I went 3.25 stars with a rolled up inside cradle by TJP. Once again, the story with Kushida is he's dominant, start the match. He's bordering on heel tendencies, and then he fucks up and he gets caught in a roll-up, just like night one. Match number two, Kanemaru over Dan Maloney. I expected a little more of this match. I went 3 stars. It only got 5 minutes and 42 seconds, but Kanemaru won with that figure 4. He was kind of dominant in this one, which I thought was a bit of a surprise in some level. How about match number 3, Leo Rush against Ryusuke Taguchi? 5:19. So the crux of night 2 was some of these early matches really were real short. 5 minutes, 19 seconds. Again, really not much to say on this one. 3 stars. Frog Splash, final hour for Leo Rush on this one. Match 4. Another match about 5 minute mark. Actually, almost 6. 5 minutes and 56 seconds. Robbie Eagles got the win over Clark Connor with a roll-up after Connors was trying his DDT finish. Robbie Eagles slipped in a win here and with a roll-up. I went, again, 3 stars, maybe pushing 3.25 on this one. Match number 5, this was a weird one. Speedball Mike Bailey over Show. And, again, House of Torture shit in this one. Up the yin-yang. Even before the match started, there was an attack on Bailey in the entranceway area. Show was brawling around ringside area, used a chair on his foot. It was a big part of the psychology of this match. And then at another point in this match, Evil was interfering like crazy. They brought a wrench in. He used the wrench on the foot of Bailey as well. So a lot of foot psychology. I guess the idea was he can get his kicks in. But still, yet, despite that, Speedball Mike Bailey did the rally at the end of this match and got the Ultimate Weapon finisher for the win. 13 minutes, 20 seconds. I went 3.5 stars. I probably would have went higher, but there was too much bullshit, fucking shit with House of Torture, with Evil, with the cheating to win stuff. It was just excessive in this match, and it rolled into night 3 too. Match number 6, Francisco Akira over Kevin Knight, 8 minutes, 40 seconds. 3 stars. It was what it was. It felt like these two weren't perfectly gelling together super good, but it was okay at 3 stars. The running double knees by Akira for this one. 9 minutes, 24 seconds for match number 7. This was Kaji Ishimori against Titan. Another one of these examples where two guys that just mesh well. And this definitely was it. They had a lot of good high spots, a lot of good lucha type stuff going on here. I went 3 3/4. Taiji Ishimori got the bone lock crossface for the win. Titan looked super competitive in this match against Ishimori. He's been looking really good the first 3 nights as well. Match number 8, El Desperado over Bushi, 8 minutes 51 seconds, 3 1/4 with the mousetrap pin. It was okay. Like the theme of match of this night, you're noticing are just kind of nothing really standing out too much, and this was another one of those examples. Let's get into match 9, Hiromu Takahashi over Doki. Doki was given a lot of offense in this match. I actually thought he was maybe going to pull the upset off. 12 minutes, 55 seconds of a win for Hiromu, however, over Doki. And I went 3 3/4 just because the stuff from Doki's offense was looking really good in this match. Hiromu was selling his ass off for Doki. But time bomb for the finish on this one for Hiromu Takahashi. We get to main event of night 2 then. Yo over Master Wato, 3 1/4 for me. Man, at 18 minutes and 12 seconds, this match just did not hit into a second or third gear really much. And when you're given a match almost 20 minutes, you're kind of expecting it to do that. Double arm DDT for Yo. I guess we could say maybe this was the best match of night 2. Nothing really fully stood out. Maybe Ishimori and Titan, perhaps. TJP and Kushida was also solid, but I wouldn't say that was the best match of the show. Probably your over 2 of mine for night 2, Ishimori, Titan, and Hiromu and Doki, I would say, would be the 2 standouts for this one. Yo and Master Wato, I'd say a 3 1/4 stars. Definitely didn't hit that main event feel either on my level, on my eyes. Then we get to a fantastic night 3, which was just on Sunday. And that was from Nagoya at the Aichi Nagoya Congress Center Event Hall. Just, especially the second half of the show was just awesome match, pretty much awesome match. Fucking main event was so awesome. So let's not waste any more time here. More results. Night number 3. Kevin Knight got what I would consider in the third night an upset over Yoshinari Kanemaru because, honestly, Kanemaru was on a hot roll in those first 2 nights. 7:15 the time. I went 3 stars. Yeah, what can you say? Knight got the win, got the upset. It wasn't super convincing as Kanemaru was pretty dominant in this match. So I think they still got a good push feeling to Kanemaru in this tournament. This might be one of the only matches he even loses. I wouldn't be shocked. We'll talk about that in the standings at the end here where everybody's looking at them, by the way. Match number 2, Sho over Ryusuke Taguchi. My God, this was so much bullshit in this match. The lights actually went out in this match, and when the lights came back on, Evil was in the ring with a referee shirt. The referee was out at ringside, blade out. Evil started helping Sho cheat. They brought in the wrench. There was all kinds of shenanigans. Once again, Taguchi loses. He hasn't won shit in this tournament. 6 minutes, 29 seconds. This was the lowest star rating for the tournament so far. At 1.5 stars in this one. Package pile driver for the win. Afterwards, they took scissors and cut up a Taguchi shirt. They cut up a New Japan shirt. This was all just straight up bullshit, man. I don't watch New Japan for this kind of stuff. I don't think anybody does, honestly. Match number 3, Clark Connors over Bushi, 6:04 for the time. No chaser DDT. I went 3 stars. Serviceable match, but nothing special. Match number 4, Taiji Ishimori over Dookie. I went 3.5 on this one. Once again, Dookie looking real good in this tournament. 9 minutes, 31 seconds. Ishimori got the win with the bone lock crossface after many near close calls with Dookie winning. Match number 5. This was a hot match that I did not see coming. Francisco Akira over Robbie Eagles. Just a frantic pace to this match. They went 12 minutes and 2 seconds, just enough time to really kick it into like a 3rd or 4th gear in this match with a lot of really exciting and crisp spots in the middle of the ring. 4 stars I went for this one. And the fireball back knees by Akira, man. This was a hell of a win for Francisco Akira in terms of singles victories. I'd like to see these two have a series of matches, or at least another rematch for sure. How about match number 6? Titan winning over Kushida, who is is not won a match, so far in this tournament. Can you believe it? Titan won pretty convincingly in this match after, I'd say, about 2 or 3 minutes of getting his ass kicked. He started coming back on Kushida and dominated. Won with a springboard double stomp at only 5 minutes and 56 seconds. I went 3 3/4 stars on this one. Dan Maloney, the Driller, over Yo. Impressive match for Dan Maloney. Again, this top of the card here from Francisco Akira's match with Robbie Eagles on. It's just like boom, boom, boom. Maloney over Yo, 3 3/4. Drilla Killa for the finish. Really impressive, Maloney. And Yo looked really good in this match too, frankly. Match number 8, this was a tremendous match as well. Speedball Mike Bailey over TJP. I went 4 solid stars for this one. You could probably talk me into even 4 1/4. Isn't good as the Hiromu match with Bailey, but this was still, I would say, on the level of Akira Eagles for sure earlier on the show. Flamingo Driver from Speedball Mike Bailey, which is a really cool spot. It's kind of like a half of a one-winged angel almost in a way. 4 solid stars for this match. Check it out if you get a chance. Match number 9, El Desperado over Master Wato with the Peachy Loco at 14 minutes and 10 seconds. I went a 3 3/4 on this one. Still very solid work. This was probably the best work from Master Wato so far in the tournament. And just to note, at the beginning of this match, Desperado was running the ropes, took a fall, and sold his knee hard. I think it was a work, but you never know. You never know in the ways of these tournaments and with the way they work. Day after day like that's a grueling haul. But I'm pretty sure it was part of a storyline here, is psychology stuff with his knee. Then we get to the main event, a comparably quality main event tonight one. Lio Rush over Hiromu Takahashi. Lio Rush finally gets that big win to get, one way or another, an opportunity perhaps to take on Hiromu, either by winning this tournament or getting the opportunity after the tournament's done by having a strong finish. Got a really baby face pushing of a win in this one where he was down many times. You thought that was it, but he kept coming back. 18 minutes, 14 seconds of time on this one. I went 4 1/4 to maybe 4 1/2 stars on this one. Final hour win after a few attempts to get it before that. Just a lot of innovative moves in this one. You got to see this match. You got to see some other ones as well from night 3. You got to see Speedball Mike Bailey and Hiromu as well. Those are really the things that stand out. Generally, night 2 you could maybe skip. There really wasn't anything that I could say is must-see. But check out night 1. Check out night 3. The second half of both those nights is just like, holy shit, so good. After the win, Lio Rush cuts promo thanking everybody. And then they show something in the back where Hiromu was actually attacked by Sho. I think they're having a match upcoming in the tournament next. So that just, I guess, tries to give Sho a bit of an advantage going into it. But damn, that Lio Rush match with Hiromu is something else. So let's get into the standings as of now, a third way through the singles match part of this tournament, where you have the one-on-one in the blocks. We have the A block, 3 undefeated wrestlers in the A block: Speedball Mike Bailey, Tashi Ishimori, Lio Rush 6 points, Titan at 4. B block, 6 competitors have 4 points. Hanamaru, Eagles, Desperado, Clark Connors, Dan Maloney, and Francisco Akira. So that B block is wide open, and impressive that in A block we have 3 undefeated wrestlers so far, with 3 events in of 9 on this tournament. Oh my God, it's gonna be awesome, awesome, awesome. So far, so good. All right, everybody, come on back tomorrow. We are gonna be here for Top 10 Takes on a Tuesday, looking back at the best matches from Double or Nothing history. See you tomorrow for some wrestling.